Smart Money Bro back again. Hope y'all having a great day. Just got to get my workout in. Y'all know what time it is. Time to get these reps in on Sachs University. Today's title and today's video is Want to Be Rich, Drive a Beater Piece of Crap Car. I always thought that car notes were stupid. I was blessed enough to have my grandma buy me my first vehicle when I finished community college, and it is paid off. And then I turned around and bought me a little gas saver for about $4,000. It's a 2008 Hyundai Sonata. I bought it with 130 miles, and I drive it to and from work. Can't complain, bro. As long as it gets me from point A to point B, I'm cool. Let's see what Big Bro got to say, man. Y'all know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, leave some more requests down below on what y'all want to see me react to. Let's go.
Guys, if you want to be rich, you need to strongly consider buying a piece of crap car, a beater. Seriously. Now, I want to clarify that. I don't mean a beater in terms of how it runs. I mean a beater in terms of how it looks. An older used car is what you need to strongly consider buying. And I'm going to tell you why on this video. Now, all you really have to know to get a good car is a little bit about cars. Cars are not rocket science. Listen, I don't want to disrespect mechanics because I have a lot of respect for mechanics and people that work on cars and people that fix cars and repair cars and do maintenance on cars. I have a lot of respect for mechanics, right? Wonderful trade, good thing to get into if you're looking for something to do with your life, right? But let me explain this to you. Cars are not the same thing as brain surgery. There's a few things you got to know about cars that will help you buy a good used car, an older car, a car that runs right. See, most people that buy cars, they buy cars based on how the cars look. I want that color. I don't like that interior. You know, what's the first thing people do when they get in a car to test drive it, turn the radio on? We do so much superficial stuff around car purchases that if you just learned a few simple things about how to buy a good used car, you would save yourself thousands of dollars over the course of a lifetime, maybe hundreds of thousands of dollars over the course of 20 or 30 years. If you just learn a few things about buying a good older car in terms of how cars work, right? Simple little research that you could do on your phone, on Google, just a few things you got to know, right? Think about it. It don't take much to lift a hood up and take a look at and take a listen to all the things going on in a car, an older used car, right? Listening to the serpentine belt, listening to how all the belts are working, right? Checking to see if the fluids look right. How's that oil look? How's that transmission fluid look? How's that brake fluid look, right? How are brakes? Being able to look at a pad on a brake pad and say, okay, that's right, that's wrong. Being able to look underneath the car and saying, okay, well, there's a rear seal, there's a front seal, there's an oil pan seal, there's a transmission seal. Are they leaking? Are they not leaking? Because anytime you buy an older used car, you need to put that thing on a lift so you can look underneath it because gravity is undefeated. And so gravity is going to show you all the leaks on a car. Most people buy a car, they don't even look underneath the car. Well, if you buy...
He said something that I damn sure ain't look under that Sonata when I bought it, but it hasn't given me any major issues. I think I might have to take it to the shop though, because I might have a minor oil leak that I need to go ahead and get patched up. But other than that, I'm taking everything that he's saying into account, man. You do need to check the oil, just make sure all the necessary things are working, the main things, the brakes, the headlights, all that kind of good stuff, man.
A car and you don't look underneath the car, you're missing the potential problem. So if you just learn a few things, not to disrespect, again, my mechanics, but if you just learn a few things about cars that you could learn in a matter of 6 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 weeks, you'll be fine and you will know how to buy a good used older car. Think about it. An older car, the price is significantly less for an older car. Therefore, if you learn to buy older cars, you can buy them with cash. See, people that say, well, you can't get a good car for $5,000. They're wrong. You can get a good car for $5,000. It may not look like anything on the outside, but are you buying a car for the outside or are you buying a car for getting from point A to point B? You got to ask yourself that question because everything I'm telling you in this video don't matter if you're worried about how the car looks. If you want the car, if you're worried about a little bit of rust on the side of the car, you probably won't be interested in this video because you want to buy a car for how it looks.
Yeah.
I don't buy cars for how they look.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance. That's how much I was paying. Okay,
Shut up.
I buy for
Hey, look, my car, when I bought it, it did have a few, minor things like cosmetic wise. Ain't nothing like a little TLC. I honestly don't even care. Even my newer vehicle that I drive, my 2016 Chevy Silverado, has a few scratches and dings on it. That's just life, man. Rocks are gonna hit it. Windshield might get chipped or cracked. Who knows, man? As long as that motherfucker can move and don't have any major issues, I don't see no problem with having a ding or so. People are just so caught up in society and wanting to impress people by what they have materialistic. A car depreciates so much. As soon as you pick it up and leave the parking lot, it already loses value. Who cares about what year you drive?
cars for how they run. So the car I'm sitting in is a car that's 18 years old. I bought it 7 years ago. And when I bought it 7 years ago, it was $6,000. Manageable for me to be able to save up and buy. I wasn't saving up $30,000 to buy a car. I could save up $6,000 or $7,000 to buy a car. And so I had to buy an older car. And I guess if it's an 18-year-old car 7 years ago, it was an 11-year-old car when I bought it for $6,000. And when you're buying this older car with cash, you're saving on interest payments.
Yep.
Look, for the last 7 years that I own this car, I have not had to pay $300 a month for a car payment. $300 a month is $3,600 a year. Over the last 7 years, I saved, $23,000, $24,000, $25,000 by not having a car payment, by driving an older car that runs well. What some people might call a beater is saving me $24,000, $25,000 over the last 7 years. I mean, that's money that I invested and has grown in the stock market, all because I'm okay driving a car that doesn't look all that great on the outside. I want a car that drives wonderfully. And this car, it drives great. So let me show you how many miles I have on this car.
Show me.
As you see, this car has 183,294 miles on it. Now look, you may be thinking 183,000 miles, that's crazy. I would never drive a car with that many miles. I'd be scared. Not if it's well taken care of. Now when I bought this car, it had about 95,000 miles on it. I put on the rest of the miles and I've taken care of the car along the way. So I know that the car is well taken care of. A car is designed, the engine is designed to put miles on it. Put highway miles on it. Drive the car. It's a machine that is designed for you to actually utilize, not for you to sit up there and barely drive or hardly drive, or be scared to drive, or be scared to put miles on it. Just take care of it. Not to mention, when you have older cars, a hoopty, a beater, whatever you want to call it, you're going to save on insurance cost when you don't have a car payment. Now, when you don't have a car payment, and you buy an older car, you don't really have to carry, in most states in America, full coverage. You can carry just liability.
Uninsured
so if you have an
motorist.
older car, your insurance is going to be less. And often,
Yep. He ain't lying about that. Geico. Liability, uninsured motorist, $60 a month. But I just get the premium, so I get it for about $3 every 6 months. Man, you do save a lot of money. He ain't lying, bro. Like, I'm just so tired of youngins. It'd be youngins in particular wanting all these Hellcats and Durangos and all this stuff, and they are busting their ass at work in order to make these high interest payments, and they're losing so much money. We've just lost a sense of what actually matters, which is building wealth and taking care of your people. You know what I mean? You don't even got to be taking care of your people, but just buying back your freedom. Just living under your means just for a little bit in order to, free your future up. That's what I'm really focused on right now. And with that, alignment does come with losing people, losing out on, going party and all this kind of good stuff. But it is what it is. I'm sorry, I'm going on a little tangent.
times when you drive an older car, the repairs are a little bit less as well. And you got older technology, more simple technology. Everything is not all computered up and computer this, computer that, right? So things are a little simpler. Now, do I have some of the comforts of driving a 2024 or 2025? No. But do I need the comfort of driving a 2024 or 2025 car? I don't need it. My thing is, as long as I maintain my car wonderfully, I'm good. That means taking good care, having the radiator flushed on a regular basis, taking good care of the oil and having that changed on a regular basis, making sure tires are okay, suspension is okay, my shocks and struts and all that good stuff is good, right? And maintaining the car and not tripping on whether or not I got a little rust spot in the corner of a door or whether or not the paint job is glistening and perfect, right? If that's your thing, this video ain't for you. But if you don't mind a few little flaws here and there on the outside of a car, this is your video, because you're probably like me. You don't have to drive a perfect looking car to feel good about yourself. Some people, they gotta have that good looking car because it makes them feel good about themselves. That's not me. And in my opinion, if you want to get rich, I mean really rich, not just like fake rich and look rich on the outside. If you want to get really rich on the inside and behind closed doors, you need to strongly consider a car that's an older used car that runs really, really well. Yeah, it's a hoopty on the outside or it's a beater on the outside, but seriously, it's okay. It's not the end of the world if you don't look your absolute very best driving down the street impressing strangers with how beautiful your car is. Look, just drive the beater, drive the old raggedy car, drive the car that looks old and raggedy on the outside, and take very, very good care of the car in terms of its maintenance and its upkeep, and you will be shocked at how long the car lasts you. I just got over a long time ago this idea that I had to look a certain way when I drive a car, and my car had to be perfectly looking good on the outside when I roll down the street. I got over that, and it wasn't until I got over that that I got rich. It wasn't until I got over that that I was able to really build some wealth in a big time way when I stopped having car payments. I haven't had a car payment since about 2011, 2012 maybe. And so I do a little research before I want to buy a car, and then I save up money to buy the car. And I'm a person, yeah, I used to work at Jiffy Lube a long time ago, changing oil, working the lower bay, upper bay, all that stuff. But look, if you just know a few key things about how to buy a good, solid, older used car, you can buy them with cash. Look, when's the last time you seen a mechanic driving a brand new car? See, mechanics, they don't have to drive a brand new car because they understand the simple concept that as long as the car gets you from point A to point B and is well maintained in terms of its maintenance and its upkeep and repairs, you don't need a brand new car. That's what the market tells you, that you got to have a reliable car. Well, guess what? A lot of older cars are very reliable. It's all based on how well they've been taken care of. So in my opinion, you want to get rich? Drive you an older car, a hoopty, a beater, old piece of crap that you can buy for cash that may look like a beater on the outside, but just make sure it's well taken care of. But if you just know a few things about cars, you're going to be good. And it's not rocket science. Again, no disrespect to my mechanics, but I'm just saying you can learn some of this basic stuff to help you find a good, solid, older car that runs good. Guys, let me know your thoughts below. Do you buy brand new cars, or do you buy older cars that are reliable? Or do you just buy slightly used cars? Do you keep payments on cars, or do you not have payments and buy them all cash? Let me know in the comments below. Listen, the best person who's going to take care of the old you is the young you. Take good care of yourself.
I don't know why I keep getting that wrong. He says the old you as an older is the young you. So just get it done early. I get what you're saying. Good gracious. Just let the man finish his sentence. But look, hey man, I'm the type of person, bro, I don't think I'm ever going to, try to pick up a car note just to have the nicest car. I used to have it in my head. Dream car I wanted was a Dodge Durango, something like that. But it just is what it is, man. We trying to make it by. I don't support buying brand new 2026 cars because people are really struggling to pay them. I know people who are struggling to keep up with them car payments on top of rent, on top of groceries, on top of all these other subscription services they got. It just adds up. If you have a newer car and your overhead isn't high, I feel like you can afford that. But if you already have a lot going on and then you trying to look the best and have the nicest car, your priorities are fucked up and you need to go back to the drawing board. You know what I mean? But like I said, people are just people. They usually learn after a while. I was one of the people who had to learn. I just grew up in a household where that type of behavior and money habits were enabled, and nobody really had structure besides my grandmother. But that's fine. I'm out of here. Peace.